It's July 28th in the year 2010, and this video is what I'm going to call the beginning of the end. Hopefully I have all of these parts gathered together here to put this stupid base together for once and for all. I probably don't have all the parts, but hopefully I have something close to them, close to all the parts. So anyway, all of these are just about ready to be just cleaned up, scraped up, final scraping, and glued together. And the main reason why it's been taking so long is not gluing this part of it together. I don't have a big problem with gluing these three pieces together and making the body. That's not really what's bothering me. The only joint that I'm worried about making and gluing together is this one here, because the top is basically meant to come off, and it's just a thin hide glue line, and I can take that apart if I need to. But this thing here, once this gets fit and slid down into this mortise here, to get that thing apart, I'm sure people have done it before, but I'm certainly not ready to try to get that thing apart without destroying this block in here, which would be a pain to replace, or it'll just break off, pieces in here. There's already a joint here. This isn't a solid piece of wood either, which hopefully once this is cut to size, this will be glued. The neck will be on one side holding this, and the rib will be on the other side holding these two pieces of wood together, so that shouldn't be a huge problem. There's actually three pieces of wood on that neck block. So, and the real trick, I'm not even scared of making this joint. I can make that joint, but you've got to get the angle on this neck to shoot over the body at the right angle to hit the bridge in the right spot, everything straight, and that's where I don't have a good clue on how to do that. So anyway, hopefully the parts of the base are all ready to go, and then I just gathered up all the crap that I had to buy or make to build this thing, and I don't know why I decided to put it all together and look at it. Here are the plans that I bought, and here's the form for bending the sides, along with the half of the top, and then a pattern for the scroll. And then this thing I had to make to put the top in it to shape the inside of the top. And here's a box, a collection of all the offcuts of all the different pieces that I use, so that when it comes time to stain this thing and finish it, I can take like this piece of the top that even has some practice purfling on it, and then I'll try to stain it. I bought some stains and varnish a long time ago, just samples, and they all dried up. I bought them years ago. That's all that's left is a little stain and I think this is some kind of turpentine or some kind of thinner or something. So anyway, there's the arching templates that I use to arch the top. Here are some purfling strips that I bought, and I said, yeah, I don't like the way they look. They're just unreal looking. Some kind of fiber that's dyed to look black on the outside. So I made my own purfling with ebony on the outside and maple on the middle, and then found that I couldn't just bend it around there, that I actually had to use heat, just like the sides were, to get it to bend. And because I hide glued even the purfling together, as soon as I put it on the hot pipe, if I left it on there too long, it all fell apart because of the hide glue. So I had to go very slowly, and that was a huge pain, but I got it done. And then there's various bits of lining that I either bought or made. I can't remember which is which. Some of this is bought. This is probably bought. And this is probably something I made. And then I bought this willow, which some people use, but these weren't long enough to do the lower bout, so I didn't want to use that anyway. And plus, it's just a different color, so. And then here's some of the things that I used to bend the purfling and the lining. This one is bigger because the back is bent. Here's a jig that I made to drill the holes for the neck. It clamps onto the drill press. And then the bit went down through there to drill the holes for the tuning machines. And here's the various pipes that I used to bend it. And a little jig to dry after I got the center bouts bent, clamped them into there so they could dry. So anyway, that's the whole deal, man. I got to get this thing done. It's been too long.